Yo, what's up guys? It's Yellowfin and the European New Wave update has dropped, and I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty cool, honestly. It had lots of random cars they threw in there at the end that was not really expected, like Automobili Pininfarina. Or actually, I guess we did know that one because of the loading screen they showed us, so we knew Automobili Pininfarina was coming. But then we had like Bugattis and Koenigsegg's and a random KTM and stuff too. So I'm just gonna go through and give my opinions on what I think of it. I think, first of all, honestly, it is a collectors-oriented update. Because if we go to non-prize cars, like, there's a lot of prize cars. First, we'll actually talk about that. That's just prize cars in general. European New Wave. There is a lot of high-end prize cars. A lot of meta-changing prize cars, to say the least. So, it's kind of either oriented at the high-end players of, hey, you guys get to own these cars now, and they're going to dominate everything. I'm excited, though, for some of these lower RQ prize cars. Like this, which will probably be awarded in a collection series. That's a pretty interesting one. Same goes for this Volvo. I actually do really want this Volvo. Hopefully, it'll also be rewarded in a collection series. Some more off-roaders to change up the off-road meta. Some new front-wheel drive clubs cars, which makes me happy. And then I'm really happy to see the Ford Supervan 2, and then also the other Supervans as well. And this car, which will definitely shake out the front-wheel drive meta as well. 227 top speed, 4.0 0 to 60, front-wheel drive. Front-wheel drive meta has definitely changed with the addition of this new update, so will be exciting to see how the game changes once these new front-wheel drive absolute units get added to the game. Lower RQ, though, we didn't get too much. Like, we got a 60 RQ sort of generic car, 42 RQ dust collector, a 40 RQ rally car, the Talbot, which is the only Talbot, so they had to make it a prize car then. They can't give away a free brand completion. The Skoda 1100, which I guess is just a nice little low RQ car. It is pretty lightweight, though. Could be a decent little slalom test car. Another Skoda old race car, and then the Supervan 1, because you got to have all the Supervans. So we got the 2, the 3, and then the 4, which is actually going to be a very useful car. It is heavy, though, so will be interesting to see what niche it fits in. Depends on the MRA that has. And if it has good MRA, it'll be a pretty good dragster. But that's about all you'll really get out of it, because the handling is a bit lacking as well for that high of RQ of 103. Especially when the Koenigsegg Chimera exists, or Chimera, or however you pronounce it. But the thing is then, if we go to non-prize cars, there are some good Legendaries, but that's the thing though. Legendaries really are the only things that are going to be game-changing, like for these cars. There aren't what appears to be, as of right now, we don't know the MRAs in a lot of these, a lot of game-breaking cars. There is the Caterham Super 7, which is game-breaking, but it's also a standard tire, so it is a specialist car. Like, there aren't very many, like, performance tire hierarchy cars. Like, the best one, then, is the 7 Evo, the 7420, or the Radical 1100. All the rest, then, are specialists with standard tires or all-surface tires. A lot of all-surface tires, some off-road tires, and a lot more standard tires. So there is a lot of more specialist collector cars. So it is more leaning to people that want to just collect the cars and not, like, want to have a smaller garage and more need to like use those cars as fuse material. Like if I get this car, I don't really need to use it as fuse material. I can keep it and collect it. But for the people with the smaller garages, it's more like that would be a much more useful car as a fuse material into a legendary. Same kind of goes for the ultra rares. We do have a lot of good ultra rares, but a lot of which are specialists. This one's a good one, just an all-rounder. But then we have a lot of specialists with standard tires, off-road tires. This Ranger Raptor will be a very useful one, and a lot of specialist off-road tire cars. But again, not a lot of generic sort of performance tire cars. The best we got is the Caterham or the Citroen C3 with its slick tires. Then maybe this S60 as well could be a pretty useful one. But the rest are kind of specialists of off-roads and other things. So there is a lot of really useful cars though too for like the off-roads, like the Citroen Visa, game changer. We got the Felicia Kit car, game changer. These two Skodas, both game changers. The Ranger Raptor, game changer. C3 Max, game changer. Like, metas are definitely shifting with this new update, but it is more for the people with the larger garages, honestly. It's a very wide variety and a more standard tire, off-road tire, all-surface tire specialist sort of oriented update. Same kind of goes for the Super Rares as well. Like, these are cars that are be very good in their niches, but when it comes to a performance tire update, it does not have very much of it. Like, if we sort by performance tires, there's 66 cars, and some of which, actually, let's get rid of four-wheel drive as well. Rear-wheel drive, front-wheel drive, and then we have it on non-prize cars. There's a few Legendaries, a couple good ones. We have 2 Epics, only a couple Ultra Rares, couple Super Rares, a decent amount, but most of them are medium, too. And then a decent amount of the lower RQ stuff as well. And that's the other thing with this update, is it is a lot of lower RQ cars as well too. It is very low RQ heavy with 70, 39, 53, and 42. 42 commons. Those newer players aren't really going to get much use out of very many of these commons. There's quite a few decent ones, but outside of that, like, it's really just the Citroen Tubic is, as of known right now, to be a good car, but the rest, it's kind of meh. That goes for the uncommons too. A lot of very, very mediocre filler cars, but to me, makes me excited because I like to keep those mediocre filler cars and max them out. Not much meta game changing for the uncommons. Same goes for the rares too. There's some good ones like the Bread Van. That could be a very good dragster. It does have like 70 something MRA as well. And then there's the rally car, lower Q, but again, another specialist. And then these cars are actually just very good. These two Skodas, they'll be a very useful car to have because the rear wheel drive standard tires, low top speeds, which makes it a rare. And then super rares, again, it's a lot of honestly filler cars. Plus then a lot of random, very good off-road tire cars thrown in the mix. So that's the thing. It depends on the type of person you are. For me, this is the type of update I love because it gives me a lot of 320 cars. Well, actually, let's go to non-prize cars. 285 cars that I can collect. 285 cars I'm looking very forward to collecting. If you're a newer player with a smaller garage that more needs the fuse material, this update's kind of a pass for you guys. It's not got much. It's got some stuff. Is this medium? Oh, it is medium, actually. That's actually pretty good. 5.977 compared to, like, the Skoda. I wonder how much MRA these Skodas will have, or is this thing just a tank? No, not really. Only 300 more. So, yeah, there are a lot of interesting cars, but nothing as of right now that I know of that'll be, like, super beneficial to the newer players. But again, if they do a campaign, though, you definitely want to keep these cars. And that's the thing. These are cars you do want to keep, but it's also, you shouldn't feel inclined to have to keep them when some of these would be very useful fuse material, like these lower Q Skodas or these lower Q all-surface tires. Like, there really isn't that much of a necessity to keep them. So that's the thing. Really, it depends on the type of player you want to be. Me, or probably the higher RQ players, the players that have the ability to just keep a bunch of random crap and max it out, this is a great update for you guys and me. Because I'm very excited, actually. I'm honestly super excited to collect all this stuff. For the newer players, though, it's honestly up to you. Depends what you want to do. It's your game. You can fuse them, you can keep them. It's really what you want. What I did in my account to get it to this level, I kept a lot of crap, and then I won a lot of collection series with it. Getting those collection series cars are also very important. Where did my garage go? There it is. So, really, it's just up to you, the decision to make. Either way, it's a good decision. So, and that's the thing. Another thing I want to comment on, too, is I finally have my first RQ100 car, the Audi R10 TDI, jumped up to RQ100, and my garage is a bit more strong suited in the high end now. They fixed the RQs a bit with the higher RQ cars, so now my more very useful cars are up at the top. The SVs have moved down a bit, which makes sense. They're not that crazy good. And then my Delta also moved up in RQ, which all kind of makes a bit more sense now with how the garage is oriented. This looks like I have a bit more of a stronger high end compared to the two Lamborghinis just being right up in the front. Because, like, oh, this guy's just got two non-prize car Lamborghinis. He just has some decent pack luck. But now it shows my more prize cars and then my crazy good Hennessy up at the top. But yeah, actually no, I do want to show you guys what I have already. I got 5 new cars. I've got the Skoda Scala already maxed out, the Citroen already maxed out, this car, oops, nearly maxed out. I have like 4 seconds left. This car's working on, and then this one I just got from a prize board, so I haven't started to work on that yet. But yeah, lots of interesting cars, lots of cool stuff. And that'll be it for this video. So, thank you guys for watching. If you like this type of content, make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell, join the Discord, link in the description. I'm Yellowfin, thanks for watching, and goodbye.